The Los Angeles Dodgers and the Pittsburgh Pirates were once again at the center of a major controversy that has sent shockwaves throughout the entire baseball world. What was supposed to be a straightforward regular season matchup between two competitive teams quickly turned into one of the most talked about incidents of the entire season when a Pirates pitcher made a reckless and dangerous play that directly targeted Shohei Ohtani and left everyone inside the stadium completely stunned. The reaction that followed, both on the field and in the clubhouse afterward, was unlike anything the Dodgers organization had experienced in recent memory. What exactly did the Pirates pitcher do? Why has Ohtani, a man known for his incredible composure and professionalism, been pushed to the edge of his patience? And what will Major League Baseball do in response to a situation that has the entire sport talking? From the very first inning of the game, it was clear that the Pirates had come prepared with a specific strategy in mind. Pitchers on the Pittsburgh side were throwing with unusual aggression, and several reporters sitting in the press box noted early on that there was something different about the way the Pirates were approaching their at-bats against the Dodgers. The tension inside the stadium was noticeable from the very beginning, and players on both sides seemed aware that the night had the potential to become something far more significant than just another game on the schedule. But even with all of that tension in the air, nobody could have predicted what was about to unfold when Shohei Ohtani stepped into the batter's box. The moment came without warning. The Pirates pitcher delivered a pitch that immediately drew gasps from everyone watching, both inside the stadium and from those following along at home. The pitch was not just inside. It was reckless, dangerous, and in the opinion of many observers, completely intentional. The ball came dangerously close to Ohtani in a way that left no room for the benefit of the doubt. Ohtani, who has faced countless difficult pitchers throughout his legendary career, visibly reacted in a way that those who know him well described as truly out of character. The Japanese superstar, who almost never shows emotion on the field, turned toward the mound with an expression that made it absolutely clear he was furious. The stadium fell into a stunned silence as players, coaches, and fans alike tried to process what they had just witnessed. Umpires immediately stepped in to address the situation, issuing a warning to the Pirates pitcher and the Pittsburgh dugout. However, for many watching, that warning felt like far too small a response to what had just taken place on that field. Dodgers players in the dugout were visibly agitated, and several of them had to be held back by coaches and teammates as emotions threatened to boil over into something far more serious. The entire atmosphere inside the stadium had shifted dramatically in a matter of seconds, and it was clear to everyone present that the rest of the game would be played under an entirely different kind of tension. Manager Dave Roberts was one of the first to make his feelings known. Roberts stormed out of the Dodgers dugout immediately after the incident and engaged in a heated exchange with the umpiring crew that lasted several minutes. Those who were close enough to hear the conversation reported that Roberts was absolutely livid and was making it clear in no uncertain terms that what the Pirates pitcher had done was completely unacceptable. After the game, Roberts addressed reporters directly and did not hold back in expressing his anger and his demands for action. He said that what happened on that field was not competitive baseball. It was reckless endangerment of one of the greatest players the sport has ever seen, and it could not be allowed to pass without serious consequences. Roberts went further, calling directly on Major League Baseball to impose harsh disciplinary measures against the Pirates pitcher responsible for the dangerous play. He said that warnings and ejections were not enough in a situation like this and that the league needed to send a strong and unmistakable message to every team in baseball that this kind of behavior would never be tolerated. Roberts said that he had already been in contact with league officials and that he intended to make sure his concerns were heard at the highest levels of the organization. He made it absolutely clear that protecting his players, and above all protecting Shohei Ohtani, was something he would fight for with everything he had. Freddie Freeman spoke to reporters after the game with an expression that left no doubt about how he and the rest of the Dodgers felt about what had happened. Freeman said that the entire team was behind Ohtani 100% and that what the Pirates pitcher did was something nobody in that clubhouse would forget anytime soon. He said that Ohtani handles everything with a level of grace and professionalism that very few players in the history of the sport have ever matched, and to see him pushed to the point of visible fury was something that hit every single person in the Dodgers organization deeply. Freeman added that the team would be watching closely to see how Major League Baseball responded and that they expected nothing less than the harshest possible disciplinary action against the player responsible. Mookie Betts also addressed the incident after the game, and his words were sharp and direct. Betts said he had been in professional baseball long enough to know the difference between a pitch that gets away from a pitcher and a pitch that is thrown with intention, and what happened to Ohtani fell clearly into the second category. He said that targeting the best player in the game in that way was not just reckless, it was disrespectful to Ohtani, to the Dodgers, and to the sport of baseball itself. Betts said the entire team was furious and that their support for Ohtani was absolute and unconditional. He emphasized that moments like this only bring the team closer together and that the Dodgers would respond in the best way they knew how, by playing even harder and winning games. Sources close to Ohtani revealed that the Japanese superstar remained in the dugout after the incident and spoke privately with several teammates and coaches before the game resumed. According to those sources, Ohtani was deeply frustrated by what had happened but was determined not to let the situation affect his performance on the field. Those who know Ohtani best say that his ability to channel difficult emotions into fuel for his performance is one of the many things that makes him truly exceptional. Despite the fury that was clearly visible on his face in the moments after the incident, Ohtani composed himself with remarkable speed and refocused his attention entirely on the game. That ability to recover and refocus, those sources noted, is something that sets him apart from virtually every other player in the sport today. In the hours following the game, Major League Baseball confirmed that the incident was under formal review and that the league would be examining all available footage and gathering statements from players, coaches, and umpires before making any decisions regarding disciplinary action. The statement from the league was careful and measured in its language, but the baseball world was anything but patient in waiting for answers. Social media erupted with reactions from fans, analysts, former players, and public figures from across the sports world, all expressing anger and demanding that the league take meaningful and decisive action. The footage of the incident spread rapidly online and generated millions of views within hours, keeping the story at the top of the sports news cycle throughout the night and into the following day. Inside the Pirates organization, the response was one of visible discomfort and damage control. The Pirates manager faced a difficult room of reporters after the game and struggled to offer any satisfying explanation for what his pitcher had done. He acknowledged that the pitch was dangerous and said the organization did not support or condone reckless play of any kind. However, his words were met with considerable skepticism by many in the media, who pointed out that the pattern of aggressive pitching throughout the game suggested something far more deliberate than a simple mistake. Several analysts who commented on the situation noted that the Pirates would need to do far more than issue careful public statements if they hoped to repair the damage done to their reputation by the events of that night. For the Dodgers, the incident served as a powerful reminder of just how much Ohtani means not only to the team but to the entire sport of baseball. The Japanese superstar is more than just a player. He is a phenomenon, a once-in-a-generation talent whose presence transforms every game he is part of into something truly special. When something threatens that presence, whether through injury, controversy, or reckless play by an opposing pitcher, the reaction from the baseball world is immediate and intense. That reaction was on full display in the hours following the game, as the sport rallied around Ohtani and demanded accountability from those responsible. As the days ahead bring league decisions and further developments in this rapidly evolving story, all eyes will be on Major League Baseball to see whether the sport's governing body will rise to the moment and deliver the kind of strong, decisive response that the situation demands. Dave Roberts has made his position clear. The Dodgers have made their position clear. And Shohei Ohtani, as always, will let his performance on the field speak loudest of all. The baseball world will be watching, and waiting, for what comes next. Thank you for watching. Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. Subscribe to our channel for more interesting and up-to-date information.